How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out what's coming up in Rust, and we've got quite a bit of stuff, and it's mostly kind of just covering over a few things, but we do have a whole new item to show you, and I figured that was worth meriting a video of its own. So first up, there's a lot of stuff being worked on. Nexus is still being worked on. That is the ability to transfer between multiple connected servers, and with that, we also have the clan table now. And the clan table will be a way to actually, work with and manage your clan. And right now, this doesn't seem to be working when you click on it in staging for me, but I did at one point have it work on Aux. And basically, it's just a way to manage all your different kind of clans. You can change your clan icon and your flag and banner, all sorts of stuff like that. So there's definitely a very interesting thing coming up with this, and I think you might have to join a group on Nexus servers. I don't know, we'll just have to see. I have no idea, there's no information about it, that's just pure guessing. But some people did figure out, if you take a very close look up here, you can see the actual monuments written on here, and I believe it's removed now. Yeah, but right over here by ranch and mining outpost, there used to be something called resort. And one of the devs happened to comment and said, oh yeah, I forgot to, remove that from an old thing. So I don't know if there's something coming up called resort eventually, but that would be kind of cool. So the fact that it got removed off here means one of two things. It literally is just old junk and it'll never be, or oopsie, it slipped. But hey, we'll see how that goes. One way or another, the weapon racks are pretty much done and ready to go. We just don't know if they're going to be a paid DLC or new content in the game. So we'll just have to see, but there's the 3 of them and the 1 ground one. And then you have the lights, so you can hook up electricity, they have a pass-through, etc. We'll just have to see how that all pops on in. And then there is also talks of a scrap plane. So the fact that it's scrap probably means it's going to be a usable airplane. So I mean, we have this crazy helicopter coming in, and we have some changes on the heli, which we'll be showing you here in a minute as well. But yeah, that's wow. I mean, that is something crazy. And with that, there's also seems to be some work on a larger garage door. It seems to be a 1x2. So it looks like they're making it tall enough to fit the new heli. I don't know. I really just wish they'd give us like a 2x2 or even a 2x4 or something, so we can at least put ribs and the scrap helicopter and stuff like that. But hey, the fact that they're maybe making a new kind of vehicle door, that's awesome. Also, maybe it's a vertical door, a 2x1 roof door. We don't know. Kind of opens like a hatch instead of a actual garage door. We'll just have to see. There's just been a few commits and a bunch of hidden stuff, nothing we can actually look at yet. Same thing with the scrap plane. So let's go ahead and we'll take a look at what we have new here. And with backpacks coming in, there is now a backpack slot. And as you see, the backpack slot seems to be sitting just right here. And right now, the only backpack you can really play around with is the new parachute. So yes, we can now actually, fall out of some of these high up things and maybe not die. Fall out of the back of a scrap heli, maybe bail out of your new attack helicopter, I don't know. Or just maybe just jump off your tower. But one way or another, here you have it. The first backpack that looks like it's making its way in is the parachute. And since it is sky related and we're getting a new sky vehicle, I'm assuming it'll probably be coming in soon with that. But hey, I don't know. So one way or another, all you gotta do is drag it on over here. Now, I don't know how these will be available. If we look, oh, it is craftable. Okay, there we go. 30 metal frags, I don't think that's gonna stay. It's probably gonna take tarp or something else, I'm assuming. But it looks like it might be a craftable item. We'll just have to see. Again, this is all, subject to change. So once you have your parachute in here, it's gonna be space to use it when you're mid-air. And then it says something about having to repack it. Now you'll also notice that you're able to wear a full regular, suit of clothing. But note, right now, if you put on a hazmat suit, it also works as well, which is pretty nice. So it doesn't seem like whatever the backpack is stops you from wearing whatever you may be wearing. So we're just gonna go way up here. Alright, and we're gonna unfly and press space. Oh, there it goes. Look, there's our parachute. Looks like A and D will steer your left and right. W angles you down. S angles you back up to catch a little more air. And yes, you can shoot. You can aim down sights. And as of right now, you can even shoot rockets. But it is incredibly slow. So that might be something you want to consider. Also, you can't steer while shooting. So, see, I can't move my parachute. We're just kind of going in a direction. But as soon as I put the gun away, I'm able to steer and move around again. So I think that's kind of the counter to the fact of that you can use weapons. Now, you can go in pretty... I mean, you have a decent amount of maneuverability, but you're pretty out there in the open. I mean, as you can see, we're descending very slowly. I recommend for a good landing that you kind of hold W and A or W and D, depending whatever direction you want to go, and do like a spiral downward kind of thing. It just kind of goes a little bit faster, and it will keep you staying in the general area. You have no idea how much you can drift with a parachute. And that's just in games in general. And well, we're live too. I don't know if any of you guys have ever paraglided, hang glided, or anything like that. Hang glider is a little bit different. You have a lot more control, I would say. But yeah, I mean, you're definitely up in the air for a while, depending where you dropped from. I mean, you can see this. We are wee. Here we go. We can check ourselves out coasting around there. Look like a little spaceman. Here we come. Whee! But let's try and land here. I'm curious of if you land too hard, if you take damage. Okay, you don't seem to. Parachute goes flying off over here, and now it's kind of flapping around. Looks like it took durability damage, so now you have to hold E to pick it up. I'm assuming this is repacking. And there we go. Now we have a parachute with a little bit less durability on it. So yeah, there's that, guys. I mean, how do you feel about the parachute? I think it's a really cool idea. It'll definitely be interesting to see how it gets implemented. But we're gonna go ahead and head back, spawn in the new attack helicopter, and show a few things that changed around with it. Alright, so basically what they have done is they've nerfed the speed of the rockets, and we're gonna go ahead and show how that works. And then they've also added a hover mode, so if you are solo, you can actually use it. So we'll go ahead and take on off and show you how this works. So basically, you want to go ahead and get up in air. And let's say you find your target, so you want to kind of get into a hover. And then you're simply going to shift. Whoop, that was the wrong button. So let's go ahead actually and show the rockets. It's 6, and then it takes a moment to reload. So definitely a lot more time between it, I would say. Right. Alright, so now that we're in a hover, you can shift and left. Shift and right click, sorry. And it should put you into like a hover mode. You notice that it no longer kind of come on, it's going down. Alright, there we go. So we're in a hover mode. We can now switch to the gunner seat by pressing X. And there you are. And the camera's a little more clear now. Still not the greatest, I would say. And then simply shift click again to take back over control of your heli. So see, we can move around, and as you'll notice, the pilot can now also shoot the rockets. So I didn't really mention that, it seemed pretty straightforward, but you can see there's actually like a little aiming target for the actual driver now. So it's pretty much, if you want to use the gunner seat, you can switch to the front, but you don't have to. Alright, so now we're pretty good hovering, so again, we're going to just shift click. And now we can simply switch seats. So there you go, everyone. You got it. You asked for it. I don't know why it shoots a rocket at the same time. But there you go. That is pretty much the change to the heli. It's still equally fast, but hey, as a solo you can actually use it now, so hopefully that makes a lot of people feel better. Also, you can't just spam an entire small box of rockets at the base. You have to wait between every 6 rockets. So basically it lets you shoot enough rockets, you know, to go ahead and take down at least a stone wall and some, you know, a little more, depending on what your aim is and so forth. But I think the fact that the actual pilot can shoot the rockets now is definitely a nice thing as well. You don't even have to really worry about doing the hovering mode, but it is there and it exists. So that's it, everyone. Sound off down in the comments section below how you feel about everything. We'll see you as soon as there's more stuff to check out. Thanks for watching, and stay rusty.